5 luxury items I will not be buying in 2023. Hey guys, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back. I have been sick and I was just not in any place to be filming, and that's where I've been the last week, but I'm finally feeling better, so I'm really excited to be finally filming this video. Now before we get started, I want to do a little bit of an unboxing. This is something that I posted on my community tab. If you are subscribed to my channel and you see my community posts, you will probably have seen this item on there, but I just wanted to go ahead and do a little unboxing. As you can see, it's something from Selfridges. It's just a little Valentine's Day present that I got for myself. But I was shopping with a friend 2 weeks ago and we were at Saks and I saw a perfume that I had wanted to buy before, but I just felt like it was too expensive and I didn't think that I wanted to spend that much money on a perfume. I do love a nice perfume, but you know, this particular perfume was about $400 and that is just a little too much for perfume in my book, and I just was like, why have I never looked for this at Selfridges? So it is a Selfridges item, and I love to shop at Selfridges because I often find a lot of things a lot cheaper there. I'm in the US, and of course a lot of things from Europe are more expensive because they're imported, and one of the things that I like about Selfridges is that you often see things there for European pricing. For example, I've shared with you guys before this monogram clutch from YSL. They do have it still on Selfridges. It is a lot cheaper. It's about $200 cheaper there than it is here in the US. So if you're looking for some pieces and they're a little bit expensive and they're things from Europe and you're located in the US, maybe even Canada, I haven't checked out their Canada website, take a look at Selfridges because sometimes you can find things at a lower price, especially things like beauty. This is a fragrance item, as I mentioned, so let's go ahead and pull it out. But it is the Tom Ford Rose Prick gift set. Now let me go ahead and open this up, and forgive my nails, guys. As I mentioned, I've been super sick, so I haven't done my nails ever since. But this gift set really caught my attention because I have been wanting this perfume for a really long time. Now it comes with the 50 milliliter bottle, and then it comes with the travel spray. Here in the US, the 50 milliliter bottle retails for $390, and I believe the travel spray is $80. You guys, I got this set for $280. $280. That's almost like a $200 savings on both of these items. That's $110 less than what I would pay for this bottle alone here in the US. And this is just one of my favorite fragrances. I love rose scents, but I don't like really grandma-y rose scents, if that makes sense. And this isn't it. It's like a modern take. And just the way that it evaporates on my skin, I love how it smells. Like, it smells so good, you guys. So this was my Valentine's Day present to myself. I love to shop for myself. I know you probably do too if you're watching this. So if you like Tom Ford fragrances, check out Selfridges. They are also great for makeup. I find my Chanel foundation on there for cheaper, diptyque candles, all of those things. I'll go ahead and link this down below if you are interested in taking a look. But this was my little Valentine's Day present to myself. Okay, now that we have the shopping out of the way, let's get into the things that I won't be buying this year. And there are 5 different things that I really gave a lot of thought to and decided that, you know what, I just don't need these things in 2023. The first item is going to be a Chanel Classic Flap, specifically from the boutique. I wouldn't say that I would never buy a Chanel Classic Flap again, but the fact is that these bags have increased in price by $2,000 over the last 2 years, which I feel like is such an extreme price increase that it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow. And I know that they're also making it harder to buy from boutique. You can only buy 2 classic bags a year, and that's just not meaning classic flaps. That means any of their classic bags. So that would include bags like this, the mini top handle, the Chanel 19, Trendy CC, I think also. So bags that are classic, you can only buy 2. And that was really a response to all of the resellers that they had to deal with in past years. But again, $2,000 price increase just feels like way too much for this bag, especially when you can buy a lot of pre-loved bags for under the current retail in excellent condition. So if you are looking for a Chanel Classic Flap bag, but you don't want to pay the retail price, I would highly recommend looking at the pre-loved market. Down in the description box, I always share bags that I find under retail. So if you want to take a look at that, I will go ahead and share some. But again, a lot of the classic flap bags go for less than retail on the pre-loved market. There, of course, are exceptions. You know, there are unicorn bags, highly sought after and desirable colors like the caramel that might go for above retail. But honestly, there are so many bags right now on the pre-loved market that if there is a bag that you are looking at and maybe it's priced a little bit too high for you, just favorite it, watch it, because it can get reduced down in price. I haven't seen a lot of price reductions, especially on classic flaps, and for that reason, I just don't feel like I would want to buy one right now in the boutique. It would have to be a really big exception. For example, if there was just a classic flap that I completely fell in love with and had to have. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the classic flaps that I do have. Second on the list is going to be expensive designer tote bags. Now, I bought my Chloe bag last year and that bag is absolutely wonderful. I love it in the medium and the large size. So if you're looking for a designer tote bag that isn't as expensive as, say, you know, the Chanel Deauville or the Dior book tote, then I would definitely recommend checking out the Chloe Woody bag, which is another one actually on Selfridges if you're in the US that you can find for less than US retail. But for the most part, I'm just not really a tote bag person. I only use a tote bag on occasion and I use it for travel or if I'm going on a weekend trip or the beach or something like that. And so to spend a lot of money on a tote for me personally isn't the most practical decision. I know a lot of people love tote bags and that's their go-to bag. So if that's you, then, you know, rock your tote bags. But for me, it's not really, you know, the most used bag in my collection. I might one day make an exception for a book tote, but I've been on the fence about the book tote for a couple of years now. So I don't know if I'll ever buy one. I love the look of it, but the one thing that holds me back is how much I'll actually use it. So I do need another tote bag, something a little bit larger than the Chloe medium woody tote. And I have been looking at this tote bag from Lily & Bean. It's very much like the Chanel Deauville, but it's really cute. You can personalize it. So if I were to add a tote bag to my collection, it would probably be something like that. The third thing on the list is designer sneakers. Now, I did have some designer sneakers on my wish list at the end of last year, but I really re-examined how much I like to wear sneakers. And I recently sold my Dior Walk and Dior sneakers because I just wasn't really reaching for them as much as I was for like athletic sneakers. And I just kind of realized that when I do wear a sneaker, it's usually because I'm going to be doing a lot of walking or I'm going to be working out or something like that. And so my Adidas sneakers were just getting reached for more than my designer sneakers when I did want sneakers. And so that really caused me to reevaluate my shoe choices, especially when it comes to my shoe purchases. So with that being said, the fourth item on the list is also a shoe item and it has to do with Chanel and it's going to be Chanel high heels. I do love a Chanel high heel. I own a few pairs. They are absolutely beautiful. My most worn Chanel heel would be this one from, I believe it was the 20A Métier d'Art collection, 20A or 21A, but these are my most worn Chanel high heels. But other than that, I feel like if I want to splurge on high heels, I'm going to go with something like a Jimmy Choo Bing or, you know, maybe another pair of Hingisi pumps. I also really like the Aquazzura Tequila sandals. Those are absolutely gorgeous. The fifth and final item that I won't be purchasing in 2023 is a little bit off theme. It's more of a beauty theme rather than a luxury shoe or bag theme, but it is luxury eyeshadow palettes. Now, I went through this phase during quarantine, and let me know if you went through something similar where I was just kind of like online shopping a lot. Maybe I just kind of felt sad, a little bit bored, stuck in the house, and I, for some reason, just really loved all of these luxury eyeshadow palettes that kept getting released, and they are absolutely gorgeous, and I would buy them and not really use them that much. And they're very expensive for makeup, and spending that much money on eyeshadow, it's something that I need to be wearing all the time, and I just tend to go for more neutral eyeshadow look if I do go for an eyeshadow look at all. And I don't know why, I just bought a bunch of these palettes and hardly ever use them, and I kind of took a step back and I was like, you know what? I'm not really an eyeshadow person. Alright guys, well that is it for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps small creators like myself. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And again, anything that I talked about in this video, I will share it down below in the description box. And let me know, are there any things that you plan not buying this year? I will see you guys in the next video, and I will leave some videos up for you to watch if you're not done with my channel. Bye guys.